Lovers of freedom, seekers of justice all over the world, Akpan Sokwo is here again, live and direct with you. So please, draw your seat closer because we have a lot of things to share with you here today. The Biafran Liberation Army have come up heavily and stronger than ever before again. Today we have a lot of things and different dimensions to look into our cause. And it is very important that you come close. But if this is your first time of joining us, this is the Biafran Radical Freedom TV. Like I said, this is Akpan Sokwo. I am your regular presenter, rugged political analyst, social commentator, and we are the people of truth. We want you to make sure you subscribe to this channel if it is your first time. If you don't share our videos, if you have been with us, please make sure you start to share our videos, our programs, so that other people will get the information you get. Share. There are some clips we cannot be putting here because they are too sensitive, that it violates the rules of this platform. So we will give you link in the comment section where you go and get them. We can't share, we can't break the policies of this platform. So thank you. We are loaded here for you today. First of all, you need to see the entrance and the salute from the leader of the commander, the leader of the commanders, General Butuzo, taking salute from Commander Gentle Lion. You are seeing that. You are seeing that. That's good. Oh, to say me, if that is how it should be. Then again, you are supposed to see that the land of Biafra is gradually getting liberated. 2nd December remains sacrosanct. More information, if you have not voted for this referendum, please, that vote is still needed. We need to get up to 70 million votes. So go and vote. We are giving the link also in the comment section. We also will provide the link too, if you have not voted, the link to vote. Then again, the Biafran Liberation Army has passed a notice, and it is an amnesty to everybody, everybody, but they are starting from Anambra Command now of Biafran Liberation Army. Listen. Let us go there. Okay, that's the Commander General of the Biafran Liberation Army. There also with that is Commander Butuzo, and taking salute from Commander Gentle Lion. While there was an absolute compliance from the whole Biafran land, especially in Anambra, Soludo goes around again after this Monday to cajole himself again. Then he has attracted the extreme reaction from the Biafran Liberation Army. So here you are going to listen to hear from yourself, or to hear for yourself, what the Biafran Liberation Army have for Soludo. Oh, okay, you listen.
Yes, Anambra State, my man, maybe my man, Biafra as a whole, the road. One day, Chaludo, or your Charlie for my choir for. Ọkwa dị oke mkpa nchọrọ iji opportunity a wee nye ndị Anambra steeti asịsị Soludo si unu mepe afịa ha agwa ntị arụ ka ntị anụ ife onye akara obi ya ga-emepe afịa ka dị n'okwu nkwupụ onye chee ụmụ ya ga-emepe afịa nke ahụ ogologo okwu ọzọ dịka ibe wụ anyị na-anụ ife niile ọ bụ na iwu Nnewi nọ na Nnewi or environs or Anambra steeti and Biafra land entirely
Onitsha mkpọ
egbe wee dewo n'aka na iwu AVG ma NCC ma ndị otu ụgbara ma ndị otu ụgbara ma Kumudim
gọ
na-adị unu ncha niile bụ ọrụ nwa bụrụ egbe ahụ ya buga Biafran gọọmenti unu kpaa ya azụ mana ọ na isi na ha n'ife na ntị na isi ga-eji ha awa aja nweta ego wute egbe na Biafran land you are a gunner. Enwugo kamera dị n'ihu chọpụ wụ ọhụ na kamera dị n'ihu chọpụ wụ dị n'ihu bewu kwụ na street open kamera ka m na-ekwu ha ma ekwu kamera itiri n'ime chọpụ iji azụ afịa kamera dị n'ihu chọpụ wụ na-aga dị na street wopie ọ dị debe chọpụ wụ ozu ka nkụ ebe ahụ ọ dị na bewu agbago ọkụ chọpụ agbago ọkụ adị ife niile na bewu ya nwụ chọpụ ahụ ya nwụ adịka ekwe mụrụ na ha n'ife ma ọ na ife emeghe unu ndị Nnewi security holders stakeholders anyị na-afụchakwa unu anazodo na ndị otu ya anyị na-afụcha unu ncha niile ka okwu unu ha ada ụda na anyị na-afụcha unu ife anyị ụba kretere unu wee na-akpụrụ ndị be anyị na-eji egbusisi anyị na-afụcha unu ndị SARS ahụ nọkwanụ na lokal gọọmenti ka na-egbu ndị be anyị unu n'anya ụnụ afụ na ha agwa ntị ndị SARS ka nọ na Nnewi ọha jere elekshọn lokal gọọmenti je na-atụtịa gas osi SARS na afọ ya chimee gịnị manụ chimee gịnị achọghị m ịmụ ife mana nweta mmebe isi na Nnewi efe nna agwa ahụ si obodo a pụọ ọkwa maka ọ dịrị emi ụmụ maka ọ dịrị emi this is Biafra Liberation Army and I na-claim responsibility 100%. Remi anwụgo nke ahụ just a message another one ya focus adị inwe egbe na Nnewi or environs or Anambra State or Biafra land burie jee ma gịnị burie Biafran gọọmenti inwe right ibu egbe na this land inwe right ibu egbe na this land ọzọ onye ọ na-anụrụ ife onye nwa ya nọ na sekuriti onye nwa ya na-ebu egbe ka otu o si na-eme ma ndị kidnapa niile nọ na Nnewi ama m na arụcha ozi anyị aka onye agara amarugo ịchọkwa nọ amara.
Okay, this is from Anambra Command, BLA, Biafran Liberation Army. All right, the instruction is very clear. We have our direction today, but the instruction is very clear. Soludo, you caused it. It is starting with you now. If you live in Anambra, if you live in Nnewi, if you live anywhere, go and tell your people. That is the instruction. I don't need to explain. You have heard directly from the person, from the Biafran Liberation Army. I don't have anything to explain. You heard that yourself. So that's the instruction. The BLA has given amnesty, which is a way of extending the hand of fellowship to avoid casualties. They give amnesty. So you surrender now and have your peace. If you don't, it's all up to you too. But you must understand that Opuoya de Sirorani because of the terror attack by cultists and political talks, cultic activities and political talks, which is taking another turn, taking the lives of Anambra people, Biafran people. And the government has not done anything to protect our people from all these continued clashes that kept taking lives. We fight, we talk about the enemies, we still have people here who are carrying arms to unleash terror and incite fear in the society, in the Biafran communities. So it's in view of this that the Biafra Liberation Army has given our names amnesty. If you know that you are moving around to use these weapons of mass destruction, causing insecurity in our land, that you should give them up now. You saw what happened at Nibo. A lot of people thought it was IPOB. A lot of people thought it's Biafran related. It has nothing to do. This is what politicians do. They use these boys, and that is why these boys are doing. They use these youth, whom they have reduced to empty youth, joblessness everywhere. There are no jobs to get the youth engaged. The youths don't have anything to survive on. They have made our youth. They have indoctrinated wrong orientation. They have given wrong orientation, created an atmosphere that make our youth very useless. Because these youth serve their political interest. They are used during their political activities, and they want it to remain like that. They want it to remain like that. Anytime they use them, anyone that opposes them, these are the tools they use. When the police is not available, the army and everybody, the youths are the option. They use them. So these youths keep soaking themselves into cultic things and end up becoming totally useless. You hardly see a youth that is reasoning like human being right now, and they keep on abusing hard drugs, and these men keep producing these hard drugs for them. Their own children are having good education all over there, in Europe, everywhere, in Asia, everywhere, but here nothing for the average Biafran youth. I don't want to generalize, because it is all over everywhere in Nigeria. That's what they do. This is the status quo that must be changed, and it cannot be changed within. While within, it cannot be changed, because the structure is made so. It is made so to benefit the artificial creators of this artificial state. That is the only way it will serve their economic interest. Imperialism does not work where there is a stable political system. Imperialism it can never thrive. We are the ones calling it imperialism anyways. The state was created like an enterprise, which it is. So that's why it keeps having them. So when you talk about imperialism in its whole essence, it suggests that foreign dominance, are taking. It's just foreign dominance that is geared towards exploiting a people. But this one is that it's not just about the foreign dominance, it is about the state that is serving an enterprise, which reason for the creation by the creator is to serve the economic expedience. So it is a pretty worse arrangement or situation than the bare imperialism. So it's not going to stop. This is why I want to remind you that you deserve a better life. Don't see the people that come to protect you as your enemy. It is a fight to finish. It is a fight to finish. Let us listen to Kanayo in his new station. I want to pick only where he mentioned about the Jay-Z generation and where his guest was also talking about, you know, concocted history. The guest was right. I wouldn't want to play it to the end, or I might just show you the video here. I might just show you the picture, then you listen to that program. Let it be a way of supporting Kanayo. He just is this type of person that he just want to be carried along. He just want to be among. But he's not a bad person anyways. But he just want to be among. He just want to be, that role in the movie that he acts, he like to, you know, live to it. So, and of course he has the courage of this big manism courage. So he want to maintain it. So he's always putting himself in certain prestigious status, which is not bad, but he is not a stable person. He's not a stable person. He's not a stable person. Yes, he keep giving. I will not play it. Maybe later you go and watch it. Let me not bore this program with over clips because I have many things to show. So there he was saying, they were just both saying after their eulogies, and the guest was okay, but calling the Jay-Z and the 20 pounds, those who don't know they were given 20 pounds, it was suggestive of the fact that maybe you don't know what transpired during the era, and you are like chanting for such thing again. So that is the perspective I captured that particular point. So but then he turned out in the one I want to show you now to now make complaints, and I will show you different people who are making the same complaints, like now, not the one they did before. Now look at Kanayo in this clip here from Kanayo. Or I think, in order for me not even to stress myself editing, most of you would have seen it, but let me use it to continue advancing this program so that it will get to the place we want. Now this is Kanayo.
Good morning everyone. I left Felele Olorishogo area of Ibadan this morning at 7:15, and it's exactly 8:15, and I am in Lagos. And I found out one thing. Over a distance of 80 kilometers, I didn't see one checkpoint, one police checkpoint. I did not see. I did not see an army checkpoint. Have you ever applied the Onisha Enugu Express Road? Did you ever count the number of police checkpoints or military checkpoints on Enugu Onisha Road? I'm still on the road. This is Lagos. Have you ever counted? Why is the Southeast so militarized, so policed, that you cannot go for more than 200 meters without a police checkpoint? I need to ask this question because the delay in journeys and the humiliation people go through needs to be pointed out.
Okay.
I'm saying a distance, same distance from Enugu to Onitsha. Can we pass through Amobi and so on? The boundary between Enugu and Anambra. The number of police checkpoints, collection points, the military. So they humiliate us.
I hope you know what is the collection point. you come to that point, you step down, not where you hands up. He will still mention where you hands up to pass, which is captures the militarization he mentioned here. The collection point is you stop, you go and take your 500 naira and give them. That's for those who collect 500 naira. You stop, you will now go yourself, go there where they are seated and submit your 500, and that you cannot pass 5 meters. Oh, sorry, is it 500 meters without having one checkpoint. 500 meters, because 500 meters make 1,000 meters, which is 1 kilometer. So you will, every 500 meters you get one collection point. Let us continue to listen to him so that you understand the situation that we cannot continue with.
So they humiliate our people so badly that most times everybody in the vehicle is asked to come down and hands up. Tell me now,
okay, for those of you who are not, who don't hear the Biafran, this particular Biafran language, the Igbo language, tell me that Aya Karobie simply says, tell me that the war is not over. The Nigerian Biafran civil war of the 1967 that lasted till 1970, that war of attrition is ongoing. Because his focus today is not how the military and the police are sent to by the Biafran youth, which you keep on seeing. It did not stop with OD community, it did not stop with Okoma, it did not stop with the Python dance at Omoahia, it did not stop with the terror at Aba. It keep happening in every nook and cranny of Biafran land. Tell me that Aya Karobie. Tell me that Aya Karobie. For those of you who saw Kenneth Okonkwo in, I think it was Arise TV, was interviewed reacting to Gowon and Birthday and P2B's commentary or comments or reactions, he was able to point a lot of things, even though he himself is still pleading to continue to live in bondage. Yes, so but he pointed out a lot of things which still go to show the very bad treatment. I have a lot of clips, reactions from different people, which is within the week, so that you know. When I told you, first of all, listen to Kanayo Okanayo's program. Let it be our way of also promoting him, even though he's very unstable. He's our own. He's our own. Then there, that's a guest there, pointed out something that is very important you need to go home with. He said, we have decided to become and to remain a complaining generation. That God has blessed us so much that we can do without these people. But we have decided to just be a complaining generation. That man, you don't expect him now to come and tell you, oh, Biafra, Biafra. No. He said what he wants to say in different way. We have decided to be a complaining generation. Oh, they keep doing me this. Oh, they refuse to be. Everywhere checkpoint. Oh, militarization. Oh, the youth, the way you buy our Igbo youth. Oh, this. Why will you want to complain forever? Won't you ever stand up? How can you remain in Nigerian state and stand up? You don't know it to amount to treason. You can only stand up because you want to go for the provision that the international charters gave to you, which is the only thing you will do and be protected by the international laws. But let us continue to listen to Kanayo or Kanayo.
So they humiliate our people so badly that most times everybody in the vehicle is asked to come down and hands up. Tell me now, Ayakarabie, and I'll believe it. Is this hatred? Is this dislike? This is not good. Let us understand, is the southeastern part of Nigeria, and what are the leaders who can speak and make representations on behalf of Ndibo?
Okay, here you listen to him. That the humiliation is very unbearable. That could this be hatred? Could this be dislike? What on earth is the reason why at every given time, every given opportunity, and even when nothing concerns the Igbo people, they are made to suffer? Because this is the Biafran, it's a Biafran part. These Igbo people. Why is it that anything that happens anywhere, they should be the one at the receiving end? Something happened in Sokoto. Igbo people's business were destroyed. The border issues, Igbo people's businesses were destroyed. En masse, not just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. No, en masse. Now, why is it like this? He is asking you now, does it mean we don't have representatives that will make this thing stop, that will present these issues? That is where I want to come in. Kanayo, you are the one to tell the people now. How many people have you ever voted for? And you see your vote reflecting that they emerge. Last year you were complaining that the people's mandate was stolen, you yourself. Was it that first time, or was that last year the first time that people's mandate is stolen? Is the people's mandate only stolen by this APC-led federal government? Is people's mandate not stolen in your own council ward? Is it not stolen in your local government chairman's election? Is it not stolen in your governorship? Is it not stolen in the senatorial? Has the people's will ever prevailed in the Nigerian state? So if you know that it doesn't, why can't you summon courage and tell the people the truth once and for all? But because you don't want to lose face, you don't want to stop rolling with Obi Kubanas and having recognitions that make you, buga. There is one thing that people don't want to bring in. There is this social maxim. It's not about you cannot eat your cake and have it back. It is that you cannot approbate and at the same time reprobate. You must be able to step aside something. You cannot have everything you can't have everything that you used to have and you think you want to make progress. You must lay down some of the weights that will pull you down before you can make progress. Why do you want to keep rigmarole? How long do you want to complain? How long will you want to complain? Eternity? Tell me that your representative, don't you know how much Engineer Abaribe meant well and was ready to even stake his anything? But didn't you see how he was bullied and bullied and bullied, that he confessed that his winning election was a narrow escape? Today, Engineer Baribe even made a statement some time ago that last year that IPOB in fact is a cause. After he had said everything before, that IPOB never even killed a fly before the proscription, he just turned around. Because if he don't do it in Nigerian state, who want to speak? Who want to speak? Is it when the Fulani Janjaweed help them to steal your state treasury to stupor? Then tomorrow they know that the STEM caliphate that helped them do the stealing is waiting for them with EFCC. How do they want to speak? Tell me, is it when you speak, a fourth runner up in election will be declared winner? They tell you it's technicality judgment. Tell me where in the world that it is the court judgment that precedes people's mandate. Not even the second runner up. Were you not crying? All your cry. Oh, hope, oh, my brother. What is that his name again? What is that his name? I was in House of Rep then. That won the governorship. He was ousted. That's Nigeria for you. Today he has been pursued far away from government. In fact, they have retired him even in active politics. Because he's from Mbise, where you are, where from. Now, why don't you sit down one day to say, why not we just do this thing once? Do you want to complain and your children will pick up the complaint again? Complain no the tire una. Let us keep hearing your wailing.
Speak and make representations on behalf of Ndigo in Abuja and thereabout.
Let me remind you, many of them have made representations. They have made presentations. They have made Victor May kept, even there is another bomb blast Victor May presented there. It doesn't hold any water, my friend. Can't you understand it? The complaint sometimes is even so that people go no say. What? It's useless. Totally useless. Did you put yourself, how did the Senate President and the Speaker who preside over the Parliament, how do they emerge? So you expect that they will come and go against the source that brought them against a popular opinion? How do they emerge? Who will hit the hammer? Don't you understand the role of the game in the parliamentary business? Don't you understand the lobbying stuff involved? Who is going to do that? Is it the persons that don't deliver the dividends of democracy to their people? The people that created even hardship allowance, when people can barely eat one time a day? How is it going to happen? The one that told you that you can keep on protesting for your hunger where they enjoy their money lavishly, the one that will be sending prayers to. How do you want to talk about this representation? Kanayo. Let us keep listening to you. Anyway, where we're going.
Speak and make representations on behalf of Ndigo in Abuja and thereabout. Have you seen the state of roads, federal roads? This Lagos Ibadan Express Road is a federal road. So also is Enugu Onisha Road, Port Harcourt Owerri Road. Have you seen the state? There's no single pothole from Felele in Oyo State to Lagos. No single pothole. Have you applied the roads I've just mentioned between Enugu, Onisha, and so on?
They applied. They know very well. They know very well about it. It is also, you see, Kanayo, in case you don't know, the materials for these roads are here at your beck and call, and you must understand that these materials, like the bitumen is what they call dirty and dump. That is what they call dump. That Goniland is dirty. This one come and clear. It is this bitumen too. So in case you don't know, if you should be more angry, let me tell you more so that you become more angry, and maybe you begin to think like normal human being, yourself and every other person that act like you. You are just making the complaint now. You have these resources in abundance that they don't do it. You are the one giving the instance now. They don't do it is because they deliberately don't want it to be done. How will there be armed robbers on the road when these roads are good? Why? How will there be more accidents that will keep taking more lives if this road is constructed? This is something that is deliberate. This is something that is very much deliberate. So it's not a coincidence that all of this is. You are telling us now how this road is smooth. You already workflow, you are frequent, you're always coming to Abuja. Don't you see how smooth the whole northern state, the roads, the road network, don't you see how smooth they are? It's a deliberate. This material, the resources to do these things, the wealth of the nation is coming from your own home. And nothing will be fixed for you. Have you imagined yourself crossing from Aba to Akwa Ibom? From Aba? Where a place that will take me normally to go to my area, it will not take me from area, from Aba, from any part of Aba. It will not take me, it should not take me up to 30 minutes. But sometimes you stay hours. You even have to enter so many villages. Then those boys that fix those roads there, they will now be in the interior areas, so local. You have to now follow that roads to go. It will now take you more time, and even you know when these roads are not straight, you are not sure of your safety. But thank God our people are not that wicked. The roads from Aba to Akwa Ibom, complain about it. It's terrible. Talking about from Aba to Calabar, it's terrible. From Aba to Calabar, it's so terrible. This is destinations that are very, very close. So what are we not talking about, brother? Complain? Complain? Are you going to launch a book of complaint?
And so on. Even the head bridge and so on. These are federal roads. Clarify me, what have we done? This is bad news. I am calling on leaders to make representations. The delay on these roads is not good for business, it's not good for our place, and the level of policing. Please, I beg you, demilitarize the southeast. The police these places have called. The humiliation, the extortion is getting up.
Okay, at least you from time to time do out your own way. At least you are not as lunatic as one other anomaly, AGAG. Keta, when you think your hypocrisy, people's hypocrisy, it cannot save you. The person you are trying to bring in your hypocrisy to, they don't care. They don't damn care. Today now, where is Nosonkwa? Where is Nosonkwa? I'm asking. Now I want to show you something again. I want to show you what the debate that is going on here from Professor Charles Nwakako. Professor Charles Nwakako in Rise News. So I want you to hear him. He's talking about the sit at home, and he is now connecting it to his own complaint about this militarization. From his statement, from his interview here, you will see him connecting to this same militarization, and at the end of the day, they can't provide security. Even all these numerous checkpoints that is found within a short distant road. Let us hear him.
For a number of people I talked to, they said that there was a directive from Simon Ekpa faction of IPOB.
Okay, let us keep correcting it while we go. There is no Simon Ekpa faction of IPOB. For those who wish to know, if you want to know, there is no faction of Simon Ekpa. There is one IPOB. There is one supreme leader. And this is the eyes of the Biafran people. His name is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu Hamadikoku. He formed the body moving for the actualization of this sovereign state of Biafra. He is the one, because it is a system it is obtainable anyway. Government is continuum. He found out that there is another dimension of the struggle that will not end up with speaking grammar and trying to convert, bringing people to this renaissance of the agitation. And then he announced to the public that he is announcing a new leader. That does not mean he stepped himself down, no. But this person will take us to this other dimension of the struggle while he remained the supreme leader. And this person kept recognizing that. So there is no two factions of. That is why you always hear, anytime you hear in the National Assembly, you only hear one man. When okay, you want to know, maybe from here, is it too early to bring that part? Let us keep listening to you. I don't know if I will forget, so that you know who exactly is recognized. There is only one command, and it is under the person Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anointed, Simon Ekpa. So he is in charge. If you don't want to believe, I will show you the people that were using the government structures, the hiding under government and under the elite class, were saying no, we no go agree. Who be Simon? Who is that? Today they have come out to confess, because they don't see in a play, in a show. You heard the amnesty given by the African Liberation Army. Okay, let's listen to you, sir. Let's listen to you, Prof.
For a number of people I talked to, they said that there was a directive from Simon Ekpa faction of IPOB directing people to stay at home on Tuesday. It used to be Monday, but about 2 years ago there was a Tuesday like that, and people didn't come out. I asked why. Why that order was issued. Various state governments issued a counter one that people should ignore that. Surprisingly, people rebelled and stayed at home. I called some people around 4 p.m. this afternoon, and they told me they had not even opened their gates, young men, because of this. And I asked them why. I said, well, it's true that the state governments, Southeast state governments, Enugu, Anambra, that they assure people that nothing will happen, but that there were no concrete arrangements.
That's where people don't trust.
Yes, to protect the people.
Right.
Okay. Those young men, as you are trying to describe here, all of them, he will still tell you where those young men now told you. It is because of their distrust. Nobody trusts the system again. Why everybody is not speaking up is because of fear. Nobody trusts the system again for anything. Nobody trusts the system for any damn thing again. Nobody. So why? Why? Is it because they deliberately don't want to trust the system? Because the system is not working. There is only a history of failure from the system. There is just only one side, and that side is the history of failure. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is why nobody wants to trust the system. The system might even tell you, go out, and they turn around to now create casualties, so that this is not me. I think I used the wrong language. The system, what the system does is to, in order to make sure that this movement is blacklisted, they now turn around because the announcement or the directive is coming from this union, this organization, this movement, IPOB under Mazi Simon Ekpa, as the Biafran Liberation or Biafran Republic government in exile and in homeland. So what they now turn out to do is they come to create tension. There are so much casualties, victims who actually died. because they just want to paint a very, very bad and negative image of the organization just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. Are you comfortable with that? Lives keep going down just to prove a point. Then you ask yourself, no, and they use our own people. Most times they will even sew uniform and be shouting, hey, now we not be them. And sometimes they want to just make sure they indict. Let's continue listening to this man.
With no concrete arrangements.
Most of the people don't trust the government.
To protect the people.
Right. They don't trust them.
They've lost confidence in government. They don't believe that government will do anything. And surprisingly, if you go to the southeast, every 500 kilometers, you see military and police checkpoints. But on Monday...
I mean, every 500 meters, not kilometers.
Sorry, every 500 meters.
Right.
Please, thank you. Half a kilometer, you see police and military checkpoints. But on Monday, you go in most parts of southeast,
they are gone.
You don't see them showing. And the military, the police are federal agencies.
Okay. Thank God you've just heard this from the prof. They will tell people, don't mind all those people. I beg you, go to your business. Go and do your business. Who be them? They get anything. They come, we go blala them now. Immediately you go inside, they will vamoose, disappear from the street, disappear from all these their checkpoints. Why? The fear of Simon Ekpa. They disappear, and then they want people to, they want people to go and, do experiments for them. When they disappear, do they just disappear? They now turn around to come and, cause kata. At the end of the day, who give the sit at home order will bear the bad name. That is why they will vamoose, because the target those days will not be them. It will not be the civil population. The men of the Biafran Dibu Ebe will always come after Hama. Then tell me how somebody is telling you to go outside. Or saying, I will protect you. Does it make sense? It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Just continue to listen.
The military, the police are federal agencies. On Monday, you don't see them. In fact, there was an occasion I was traveling. A security man had to remind me, he said, Prof, you don't know that today is Monday? The person that's supposed to protect people.
Right.
And so,
in other words, the person on whom the state governments are saying to have confidence
yes,
to protect you.
Yes, reminding people that
not to be there, not to be out on a Monday.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I traveled to the southeast, and I was going to the airport to catch flight back to Abuja. And a security agent, I said, okay, I don't know that today is Monday. I said, and so what? And so, you see, on that...
Okay, now you heard something now. That even when the army police now, they remind people, I beg, no say today na Monday. No say today na Monday, or ga. No go. Because they think that the Obubu and Ebuhawan and Ebuku, the innocent, the ordinary citizens. No. Those days, sometimes some of our zealot men will only come to some, places to, they might even burn some things, so they might maybe burn some materials to just, make people know, but they don't harm innocent citizens. They don't. Now, to prove this man told you, he kept going where he was going, even when the police was reminding him, you know today, you know what today is. Because what is sold in the media is that the IPOB is buying people. That Simon Ekpa and his men are buying people. So they are using coercion to make people sit at home. Now this man have borne witness. He doesn't support Simon Ekpa, but he is bearing witness here that even when they told him, he kept going, he still went his way freely. Nobody harassed him on the road. Nobody stopped him and nobody spied him. And that also, he only noticed that there were no more checkpoints on those days. Anytime Simon Ekpa puts the sit at home, nobody again can challenge. Nobody. Because they know that the whole people now believe. And the people that they tell you sit at home under coercion, under gun influence. Now we're telling him, even when the governors there bring all the mass of the military troops and whatever to do, it's not gone. It is their decision. That was why in Enugu, in fact in the whole East, those days the governors come out to make threats. If you don't open, we will lock your shop. If you don't come to work, we will do this. Because they know the people don't want to come. Those days, people in fact already see it like Saturday, Sunday. It's not under compulsion. The people had the burden. They have conscience. The people understand that their leader who is there incarcerated, he is there because of them, not because of himself. Because he is not a hungry man. He has never been. You understand it now? Do you understand it now? I remain Akpan Sokwo. Let us continue. Let's hear from this man again.
What? And a security agent, I said, okay, I don't know that today is Monday. I said, and so what? And so, you see, on that very Monday, the security agents, instead of staying to man the various places, you will not see them. But every other day, you see them on road.
Why do you think they're not there?
Okay, Akbalagi now, guy, Akbalagi. Why he think they are not there? Now, right, man, I'm answering you. Why he think they are not there is because Fama Onye Khalifa, Jedwese. That's why they think they are not there. But if you really want to know why he think they are not there, listen to this confession. Listen to this confession. These are some of the people who are in active politics and the elite class, so to say, who say, no, Simon is nobody. It's nobody. This one to pop. It's nobody. And today, to them, they are confessing. So you can listen to this man now. All right, we are listening to him.
Yet to surrender. Me, I have surrendered. Simon Ekpa is in charge in the southeast. Simon Ekpa determines what happens in the southeast. If you are yet to surrender, me, I have surrendered. I have given it up to Simon Ekpa. He is in charge. All these mumu where they were called up and down, where they call themselves governors of the southeast, they are not in charge. All those charlatans where they call themselves governors, they are not in charge. There is no point deceiving myself. I have surrendered to Simon Ekpa fully. He is in charge. He is the leader of the southeast. He determines what happens in the southeast. Whatever he says stands. Look at what Soludo did. The other day he went to the market and started embarrassing himself that he has ended Monday sit at home. Today what happened? The southeast witnessed the craziest, that is the most strict sit at home I've ever witnessed in my life. I'm in the east, I'm in Igbo land, and I'm telling you, Simon Ekpa is in charge. I can even argue that the federal government have given it up. They've surrendered, just that they don't want to admit it publicly. that the pro-Biafran forces are the ones in charge in Igbo land. I concur with Asari Dokubo 100%. There is no point keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention if the federal government cannot protect the lives and properties of the people of the Southeast. Did you see what happened in Igbo?
Okay, now from this statement, these are the people that were against whatever we were doing, against Nnamdi Kanu himself too. Because why not, if they cannot protect the people in the Southeast, why still keeping Nnamdi Kanu? That is to say, you should step up your game and protect give security to these people from the people that are agitating because of the adoption of Nnamdi Kanu. That's what the statement means. That's what the statement means. If you cannot give security to the people who were agitating, of the Southeast, from the hands of the people agitating for Nnamdi Kanu, that's what you want to say. So why keep him? But if you know you can't protect these people, release him. But if you can protect the people, hold him. But it's okay, you have at least submitted today that Simon Ekpa is in charge. But let's hear him again. Let's keep hearing.
The people of the Southeast. Did you see what happened in Igbo, Oka South? Did you see what happened in Imo State? Did you see what happened in Enugu State?
Okay.
Port Harcourt Expressway.
This what happened in Imo State. I don't know if I can play it for you. Is Ndami Barossa with Army with the video. I think that's, I have to go to that channel where I picked it. It's not channel, from Twitter. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's Twitter account. He was showing that live where they run. Then the people there were like, so Ndami and Aboso, the woman there was asking them, oh Nemoha, why have you bosso? Nika say ma ko ma asikwado, e ma ka ndi asikwado na ndi akwado sike o na me na boso ma ka ndi asikwado na Chineke me kebe Simon si ebute ha kebe si akwado ma sia. Maybe I should look for it, but it might distract me. But let's continue to hear this guy.
Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway. Did you see what happened there? Nigerian government is not in charge in the Southeast. Let us not deceive ourselves. Nigerian government is not in charge in the Southeast. The people in...
Okay. Nigerian government is not in charge in the Southeast. Government is not in charge. Probably to you now, they are in charge in the Northeast. They are not in Southeast. That means they are in Northeast. You don't know there are some local government areas where these terror groups, ISWAP and the rest of them, are collecting tax from citizens because they already are government over there. You don't know? People who are agitating, you were fighting them, doing what is internationally acceptable.
Let us not deceive ourselves. Nigerian government is not in charge in the Southeast. The people in charge in the Southeast are pro-Biafran forces. If you want to do something in the Southeast and you are looking for the authentic authority to discuss with, it is better for you to find a way and discuss with Simon Ekpa.
Okay.
He is the leader of the Southeast.
Okay.
He is the one in charge of the Southeast. Nobody they breathe.
Oh,
first come, first collect.
Who they breathe?
Nobody they breathe.
Who they breathe?
Me too, I don't see believe. The recognized power and authority in the Southeast is Simon Ekpa, as it stands today. When you discuss with any Southeastern governor or all these Ohanes and Debo, you are doing that to your own detriment. The sit at home, Monday, Tuesday sit at home is the highest I've ever seen. And it is happening at a time when Governor Soludo is declaring that he has ended Monday sit at home. And this is happening. Nigeria federal government, you cannot protect lives and properties of the people in the Southeast. And you are still holding.
Okay, let us, I think he has mentioned this Asari Dokubo so repeatedly. Is it not good you listen to this Asari Dokubo?
We don't need, but we can fund.
Okay.
We can control, but we don't need.
Yes.
So that is the least thing you should dangle in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before I go to the role of the media and development of the Southeast region,
the Nigerian Stock Exchange, it should be here.
it should be here.
Okay. Now, this is where Kanaya was talking about we complaining. So let me not play that one. Let me go to play something else. Let me go and look for something else. Meanwhile,
Like own enterprise.
Yeah.
Himself obeys the sit at home. The governor of the state
okay.
himself obeys the sit at home on Monday. And then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit at home. And government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
Okay, I want to show you the Asari Dokubo's comment again, because I have a lot of things to show you here, so that you understand where we are going. Asari Dokubo's
if you can prevent the people, allowing Nnamdi Kanu to come out. Maybe because of one man, hundreds of people will be killed every day. Allow him to come out. It's as simple as that.
okay, there is no gain wasting time on that. You just heard him again. Allow him to come out. You can't contend with Simon Ekpa. And I've shown you what the Senate presidents have said. But the discussion is what all of these people are accusing Simon Ekpa really of him? But no is the answer. He is not in any way involved in all the things that he has been accused of, but he is not bothered about it anyways. So that's why he has passed the Biafran Liberation Army have passed that they passed that ultimatum. They gave amnesty, surrender everything you have before it's too late. Surrender now. So I want you to connect to these things very well and know what is our point in today's program. I still have more videos to show you where people who are supposed to be elders keep marauding. This one I will show you is now speaking to the fact after his own. I will show you from Ugochinyere, who is a younger person, and how he reasoned better. But all of them is still the same thing we are talking about, making complaints and complaints. This one will now tell you what that IPOB, the way he put IPOB, should I even analyze him before? Let me play before I analyze, because it would be nice I play him before I analyze.
And every other thing, also citing that people that come out actually, they are the ones that they are heading to their peril, given the fact that the Nigerian military might try to ward off the fighters from hoisting the flag in the south. I'll start with you, Prince Chilaka. What do you really make of this? A lot of people ask so many questions. Why are we having this? Why is it that IPOB is divided?
Who and who makes up the IPOB? And I'll start from there. And how did we come about this whole madness of IPOB? You see, if you go memory lane, you'll understand where this whole thing started. It started with Musa. And while he was at it, Nnamdi Kanu was also a member of Musa. he broke away from himself and started IPOB. On the other hand, Simon Ekpa also has been riding on the back of Nnamdi Kanu. So it's like a triangle. But the thing is, where did it all start? What led to all of this? It all started with the fact that the Southeast governors have not done well. They have not been able to bring the dividends of democracy to the Southeast. So for me, I will not look at the federal government. The federal government has its own flaws. But I will look at the Southeast governors, the Southeast leaders. The only reason why you have agitation in the Southeast is because those they look up to as leaders have not done what they should do. You have had leaders in the Southeast, all they do is...
Now, the person saying this, you see him now with grey hair. They say old men are wise. Okenye, wisdom, they are wise men. You see, this when the Okenye talk, you see that the only reason why there is agitation is because the Southeast governors are not doing well. He did not say that part of the reasons why there is agitation is because Southeast governors are not doing well. Should we even take from that aspect of Southeast governors not doing well? This is a federal government. This is a federal system of government. The Southeast governors, they are in charge of their constituent units, right? Fine. But there are greater issues that are not in their custodies to deliver. So, are these other greater issues that are in their confines, in the confines of federal government to deliver, not important? Are they not important? Is there a working system? Let us be inclusive now. Is there a working system, and these governors will do like he will still mention? Okay, I think there is no need explaining or trying to analyze until I finish. It remains like less than just a few seconds. It will finish.
Embezzle the money sent to them.
Okay.
And not doing one single developmental project in the Southeast. So you have agitation, but unfortunately, IPOP, Mossad, whatever name you want to call them, they have left the real issues and are following a different issue. You have left your state governors.
Okay. He has made his point that there is no single developmental project in the Southeast, and because of that, instead of using these monies for the people, they steal the money. They embezzle all the funds for the state. I am not saying that's not part of the problem, but is that the gravity of it? Where lies this gravitas? Where lies the major problem? Is it not an issue from the issues from the even creation of the state itself? The carnage in Katsina, in Kanu, the 1950s, 1966 related issues, the allegations that the first coup was Igbo coup and all of that. And since then, there have been this deep-seated hatred for the Igbo people and their brothers. You have seen what happened in elections where in camera, with police, with army, Igbo people are dealt with. Anybody that comes from Igbo and their neighboring places are said they are told not to, they don't have the legitimacy to vote. It happened in Tinubu State. Didn't you see it? So the marginalization is not a problem to him. Old man like this with gray hair. The lopsided allocation of values and appointments. The Okana I showed you now have just seen the kind of intimidation, humiliation to the southeast, as he mentioned. But this old man is not a problem. That's why, if you see his head, his hair is all white, and some people measure wisdom from how white, from the texture and color of your hair. Now, to many people, that man should be a wise man. Oh, sir, they left. The main problem is that they left the main issue, and they talk of issue that Southeast governors did not. They do. Yes. Why did the Southeast governors steal money and we steal again and again? Is it not because there is this endemic? It is something that has taken over the whole system. Because there is a system that protects this. Was this man in the moon when Hope Uzodimma was imposed on Imo State people? So is that also the failure of Southeast governors? Tell me the Southeast governor that owns himself. They are all slave and errand boys to the caliphate. They are all slaves and errand boys. When you see Soludo will speak with thick voice, and at the end of the day you see him rushing to congratulate a man he saw how he rigged elections. Look at him. See the old man. And when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu insult them, you say, oh, he insult people too much. He insult people. Why wouldn't I insult old morons like this? Tell me one single reason why this man doesn't deserve insult and his likes. Tell me. That's the problem. It's not even the way he even started even talking about the IPOB. Maybe you need to see how he started.
Who and who makes up the IPOB? And let's start from there. And how did we come about this whole madness of IPOB?
Did you hear what I said? The IPOB thing is the whole madness of IPOB. It's the whole madness. It will just take a very 1 or 2 seconds, then he began to tell you the beauty of IPOB before he will now surrender to his targets. The whole nonsense, the whole madness is madness. Let us leave Okenye Arwan. That is the thing we keep telling you. You don't judge people from their outward appearance. Did you not hear today that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have not been seen? Why? The DSS now made bold to tell the lawyers now that they cannot see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu again. Why? The federal government directed. Federal government is who? An arm of the government, that is executive, against the judgment of the court. And these old morons are here just making noise, both the old and the young ones. Morons. You cannot see them. What now will you do? What do you do from here? I think I should leave him. The judge now in Imo State, the judge, who is the Supreme Court judge now said, justice, that I think I need to read. Breaking. I was having eye infection when I declared Hope Uzodimma winner of Imo State governorship election in court. Even when he comes fourth in position, judge apologizes to Imo State indigenous people. According to the judge, the decision to declare Hope Uzodimma, who finished fourth in the official result as the winner of the election, was influenced by a medical condition that had affected their ability to properly assess the evidence presented. But why I am reading this is with quotation. I deeply regret my involvement in the decision that declared Uzodimma the governor of Imo State people. The governor of Imo State. I was battling an eye infection during the proceedings, which significantly affected my ability to evaluate this or the case. I sincerely apologize to the people of Imo State and the entire nation for the unfortunate outcome. The judge stated, God is fighting them one by one. You can see that how the kind of useless excuses that you see in a country, in a state. This is the kind of federal government. They said that you cannot see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu again today. So today, he is the Supreme Court judge. He is the Supreme Court judge. So today, what happens? I think Chief Judge, should I say? Today, what is she doing? What is the federal government doing under her watch? Because whenever she comes, unbearable, atrocious movement is always made whenever she's involved. If she's deeply sorry, why not now use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case to now tear and Imo State Kanu, because they are still all Biafrans. Tear her Kanobi. But she won't do that. It is just to give a flimsy excuse. Let us there is this other one I would want you to see also. I want you to see this.
If they don't want, let me keep secret. The press conference was now president tell me to go talk to press.
The president tell me to go talk to press.
I said, wow. He don't tell me to talk anything, but he said, talk to the press. Now I talk to the press. I talk to the press. If they ask me the root cause of bunkering for you, I don't know if you talk. The people where they do the bunkering, I don't know if you call them. Why not?
I think is the fact that the president does not attach. I'm beginning to feel that the president does not attach importance to the welfare of our people, because
this is the
government is protection of lives and property, and he considered Igbos an integral part of the Nigerian project, which we are. We invest in land where people don't invest. I can't imagine how many Yorubas and how many Hausas that built mansions, where in Imo and in neighboring villages. We have thousands of our people investing in Lagos, building mega mansions, big hotels, industrial estate, and so on and so forth, because we believe that we are one. But your actions at times make us feel you don't even see us as part of the Nigerian project, because if you do, considering the contribution was also made to the Nigerian project, economically and otherwise, sports in education. It should worry you since 1 year and I'll be in office. How do I resolve the satisfaction? There are not been any for now. You're coming for 30 days youth conference. I think called for even meeting on the Igbo problem to the siege in our land. They want an end to this, uncertainty. People can no longer farm. Go to Umunonoki, things are happening there. Go to also all of those things are gone. Things are destroyed. We are dealing with our own brothers. We are dealing with Bible people. We are dealing with military officers. We are dealing with a lot of issues down there. But there have not been any national consciousness, national effort to now bring our people together. Our people have also said in clear terms that as part of that show of good faith, as that part of that opportunity of like a father who wants bring everybody to the table, that obey the judgments of court. As for the fact that they have won in court, who didn't even have confidence, when they didn't have confidence in the judicial process, they still went on the adjudicatory process and they won. You obey it. That's the least you can do by granting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu the bail or releasing him. And section 174 or thereabout was very clear on the powers. So what are we waiting for? The Attorney General can issue knowledge. So the president, he has the powers to discontinue and terminate that legal proceeding. Justice Ineko, before the last judgment, agreed to a political solution and gave extended time, almost 3 months, so that government can now file. But the federal government never started that engagement. That shows hate. That shows lack of concern and care for the Igbos. Your court even said, go back and find a political way and we'll wait for you people. Waited 3 months, only for us to come again. Nothing. That made them to say, okay, since your orders are not being obeyed, you don't want to do anything. We don't have confidence. The woman have recused herself from the process. A new judge will come up. But this matter has been there for over 2 years or thereabouts. So, allow that all over the world is done. We are not for the ball on all those other people. But is it here not asking now, ceasefire, Israel, let's go back to the table. Even when some of them are murderous gangs that we know. Sure. Our tribe is not a murderous gang. Only need the police.
Alright, this is from Ugochinyere Imo. I think he's always different from others, even though he's into Nigerian politics. But he has conscience. It is this group of
the Senate is aware that thousands of innocent lives have been lost since this action of...
Now, these are the Igbo senators in the House calling for the head of Simon Ekpa. These are Igbo senators. That is how all of them
at home in the southeast started. And properties worth over $1 trillion have been destroyed, which has resulted in investors leaving the region. Further aware that the sit-at-home civil disobedience action in the southeast has led to the disruption, vandalization, disruption of economic activities, as well as immeasurable financial losses for businesses, workers, and the total economy of the Southeast. Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government.
You see that one? Let us look for the other one you think is a good one.
Their modus of the criminals who support this sit at home. Their modus operandi is simple. It's just terror. I have called the market leaders in Abia and I said, you can't continue to stay away. And they told me that the people have threatened to burn their markets at night if they don't stay away. So this is beyond the citizenry coming out to just say we don't accept.
All these ones now is for them to protect. That is why when you are an outsider, you don't know what is happening, you just keep your mouth shut if you don't want to listen to know what happened. All these men want to protect the system. They are enjoying luxury at the altar of public good. These men, imagine a country, you have millions of people, almost 300 million people. Only 100,000 families or people are enjoying good life. Only 100 or less than 100,000 families or people are enjoying good life. Isn't that very sad enough? That is why you see this percentage of people in there at the house trying to make sure that anything that pertains to this Biafra thing, that it doesn't work. So they can say anything at any time, do any kind of thing to just blackmail, to malign the personalities in the forefront, the faces of the struggle. Because if Biafra succeeds, they will no longer enjoy these excesses, this unmerited take-homes they are going home with. When you see some of them cannot even make complete sentence, but no, some of them, let me play so that you know what I mean by that.
Because where he represents Senator Abaribe, they are mainly manufacturers. And Aba is a manufacturing hubs. None of the industries can open. People have
a manufacturing hubs.
Although, like what you said, as a governor, if I am still a governor, what I would have done is to find a solution.
Now you listen to the other more.
Doing it even though there's a bit of harmful
he don't know what to say. He don't even have, even if you leave him till tomorrow, he don't know what to say. Let's listen.
Little resistance from people trying to, which they have they ignited to protest, but he's adamant. Will continue to fight it, like Abaribe says, and he's doing it, even though there's a bit of harmful.
Is to find a solution within the Southeast governors.
It may interest us to know that the governor of Enugu State, after the last 2 days, has taken a drastic measure to seal shops of those who continue to.
Now, are you listening? This is the case again that you must listen to. They tell you that the Igbo people, they don't, nobody, they don't want this one, that all the Biafran people, they don't need these things. In fact, it is a gun that they are using to enforce them. Now you are listening to a senator in the National Assembly disgracing himself without knowing. He thinks he's protecting the governor now. You don't know he's indicting the governor. That the governor has stepped up to seal the shops that refused to open on Monday. Because all the shops in Enugu, in Owete main market, go there, but my Holy Ghost to go to Gariki, everywhere, none of them. New market, they don't, none of them. Some of these people are surprised. They say, man, how do you know everywhere? When they talk about every Akwa, you know everywhere. Yeah, Calabar, you know everywhere. You go to Port Harcourt, but we need to know our place. We are Biafrans. Is there anywhere from Nembe, from Mbiama to is there any place to Brass when you go to all the waters in Bayelsa? I don't know. Where? Tell me. Where? Just tell me any part of Biafra. I don't know. Is it Igodomigodo area? Is it inside Delta? From covering from even all the Apia ways to from Delta to Bayelsa, from anywhere, Sapele. We are Biafrans. We should know. Because we are rooted in the game. Let's listen to this Ndoshi.
Obey, they sit at home, and he's doing it, even though there's a bit of harmful.
Just Zuzu Chidiano. Gawade side, I know it. Oh, because of Iken Guruago. Murumiri Uruago. Murumiri Uruago. Ebele. He came to my program. If you are interested to see, that guy has confessed that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was Shegey. He insulted the living dead. I tried to even, I don't know, some of the people that were in the live program, they saw him. He said, vomited, or in case all those people that were live, if you want to have copies of those those, you know, you will not see those live chats again. I will give you, if you just, I will leave a tag here. Everybody, every Biafran that want to see, he said everything, how he's involved in the capture and adoption of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, how all of them, China Sawa slave, Chika Dozie, all of them, and that is why he caged all of them in his zip. Nobody. I think I should even make a full program with it. Or no need. Just make sure you share this particular program, and then you come to use this. I will drop my. It's because there is no much people in that Telegram. That's why I'm not here dropping bombs there. Join this Telegram so that I'll be dropping bombs there. I need to be dropping bombs there. Like this particular one now, all the confessions of Nkunimiri Uruago, he thought that he cannot be retrieved. He was chatting with his normal account, you know. He was chatting. I have all those details. Even he said that we should wait for something. He's up to something. But he don't know that maybe Ikoye Juego. Maybe Ikoye Juego. He threatened that he'll be going to report all pages of our freedom fighters. He's going to report all pages, that they will be blocking all our accounts. He threatened he's coming to visit my account. You will see it there in the chat. He's coming to block my account. But he don't know that YouTube doesn't work the way he think. YouTube is not to harm people. YouTube is only to moderate, to make sure that the community is, you know, in under good regulation. Let us continue to listen. Let us continue to listen. Please make sure you go to this comment section. Maybe immediately I post this video, I will put up this Telegram account there. Just go there, just be a member of the group. I will not post it today because there are lesser people there. When many people come there, I'll drop all this bomb. Many things I can't share here. The community guidelines, we can't beat it. We must observe the community guideline. So we can't say everything. I want you to hear from TVC, because this TVC, they like to discuss Biafran issues so much. They want to always show what should demean what we are doing. So, but here now you see this man discussing. Just listen to him before I analyze.
It's not happening like that in the southeast. That is one aspect of it. Then another thing is that even the people themselves are not ready to push out the criminals among them. To what extent are they even cooperating with standing army, the police and the like? To what extent are they cooperating with?
Now, do you know the people they are calling the criminals? They are calling our people the criminals. Now, what is the yardstick for adjudging somebody criminal or people? Then talking about cooperating with who? The bulliest army, the bulliest police that has decimated and that has continued to cooperate with the terrorists that come to our land. That he saw every now and then that everywhere there is a kidnap, there is all this Fulani attack in our places, there are always checkpoints, both military checkpoints there. So why is he trying to pretend as if he's not living in this kind of contraption? That is what all of them do. You will still hear some people. You go hear something here today. Listen.
Standing army, the police and the like. To what extent are they cooperating with intelligence agencies and the like? That is also another aspect of it, which the people must look inward. Now, don't also forget that the southeast, they have this independent kinsmen, what do you call it, cultural orientation. So it's not as if they are, what do you call it, they are so coordinated. Right from the word go, it's a kinsman thing. So if security is going to bring them together, now it has to be something that is of a common interest to them. So that now brings me to the issue of Bianca Ojukwu. Now, that means that as it is now, whether you like it or not, the government has made a hero out of Nnamdi Kanu. Government, by arresting him and detaining him and bringing out popularity out of nothing. Nobody knew this man from anywhere before. But one of the best way government unconsciously brings out hero from activists, the day you arrest them, you have made them automatic heroes. Because most of the time, if you look at the way it starts, unassumably, it starts quietly and all those stuff like that. And those people were not bearing arms initially, if you remember.
You are here, you go hear confession today. You go hear confession. But these same people will still turn out to tell you, boya, this one, why will you do this one? Why will you? He was not bearing, and eventually you came to in numbers by his people every day. You want him to remain a complainant, a professional complainant? So maybe making complaint will become his new job.
just placard, normal activism and all those stuff like that.
IPOB.
The IPOBs and all those stuff like that. You know, I was part of the entire one of this, and I said that if government did not handle it properly, these people will re-strategize and reappraise their strategy. And that's what happened today. Today now you are no longer talking of an IPOB of a placard and all those stuff like that. You are not talking of an IPOB that has the capacity and capability to able to, confront
okay.
our military formation.
Now, it's for the Okoko, for those Okoko that are only making noise. He said today we have a different IPOB. It's not the IPOB where some people hypnotized and have the way of deceiving and overwhelming our leader. Today we have the IPOB that is reformed, re-strategized, and have the capability, like I said, the Kobo just confirmed. And the other guy, I think he's from Enugu also, just confirmed. Say, forget all these things these guys do. Finally, I have submitted to Simon Ekpa today. Have the capability to do these things.
No, if you release Nnamdi Kanu, it has its own, because whether you like it or not, do you know what it means for IPOB to say people should not open shop on a particular day?
And indeed, they went their way.
Till today. And for goodness sake, that speaks.
It's for those who don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Till today, all those Efulefus who are still claiming, who are the pressure group that have been planted by the Nigerian government, the bear IPOB, until today, nobody want to recognize them again, because everybody know it is part of us. So they have outlived the day they deceived the Biafran people. So today, even the people that even pay you too, who are now calling all the people that they gave money to return. That is why they are all scampering. Today, you don't know, some of you who made boasts, are you going to pay for what you can't do the work you collected money for? Let us continue to listen.
Today, and for goodness sake, that speaks volume. You and I can't do it. You can't do you can't go to your community and say you're angry with government. Don't open shop. So that simply.
Are you seeing the sincerity from this man now? Say, for those who say he's nobody, Nnamdi Kanu is nobody, Simon is nobody, this one. Say, go to your own village and do it. Tell them to sit at home. Tell them what you will tell the community people what you have done for them. What sacrifice have you paid for them, to tell them what to do, and they listen to you. That you're a governor, you rigged yourself into office and you want to tell us don't open shop. For what? You can only do that using coercion. Now you cannot use that same coercion to tell the people when they receive order from the leader. From the leader they recognize. Because even the Bible said, I know my people and my people know me. Let us continue.
So that simply means that the government on its own, look, there are times that we have to swallow our pride to do the needful. There is nothing. Ojukwu did worse than he did. Ojukwu led Nigeria to war, but Ojukwu was given presidential pardon. The same Ojukwu still contested. It was Ojukwu that established ABGA we are talking about.
He is advising the Nigerian government to swallow their pride. Say this matter, they no go reach. Using the court, you no reach. Using the other might that they have the capability to deal with you. So there is no route you take. Just release him, because it will not end in Southeast if you insist for too long. If you insist for too long, everybody go feel the heat anyway. That's what he's telling you. Because before now, he advised you too. Don't go the way you are going. Obasanjo did the advising too.
We are talking about contested to be president of Nigeria. So what has he done? To the extent that we are now incarcerating him for this long.
Now, are you hearing it? The Yoruba people now, the media house that want to run us down, are now admitting that our leader is incarcerated. Are you hearing it? When there is no strong man around, everybody will be smeared, you'll be smashed. But there is a strong man. You are seeing voice of reasoning, but he never reached to the point. He go choke. People are getting hungry. People are getting more impoverished. They use it as a tool before, but somebody is going to turn that tool they use against the system now. Somebody is going to do it.
To the extent that we are now incarcerating him for this long. And that also is an amber that is watering the seed of bitterness in that southeast. So there's nothing spectacular about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It's a political matter. It's not a legal issue. There's nothing like treasonable felony and all those things we are talking about.
Now, this man is saying this in the same studio that the other fat Efulefu, that fat Afonja, what is that his name? I don't know, because I just left him alone for 2 months, 3 months now. Deji. It's Deji. That one has this very bitterness against the Biafran people. He will always take very negative stand against our people. When he want to talk River State politics now, you see him as if Fubara he stole his yam. Nobody is supporting anybody. We can't support any of them, not this, even this Fubara. But the truth is that we can sometimes, call a spade a spade. These are all criminals that have been stealing the common patrimony of their people. But one man wants to carry it on his head and is ready to unleash hell at his people, because one wants to now continue to suck from where he stopped. Deji will come. When you go to the north, he will just keep taking negative stand. But let us continue to listen to this man.
Felony and all those things we are talking about. It's a pure political solution.
This man is now telling you that there is none of this offense that the government did, that somebody have to say the truth. Somebody have to say, whether my colleagues in this channel, in this particular television here, decide to take any ground to give a twist of the truth, that he want to say the truth, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any single offense, not even one, unless these offenses are spiritual. And now that the court have advocated to even bring in a political solution, this is the same thing that Igochi Nerimo, that I played too, said. There is nothing, even the court has said, let it not be that you are so shamed, let it not be that your swag, let it not be that your integrity has totally, which you cost yourself. Okay, let us use a political style. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu, no problem, we are leaving you now, but like this, whether or not he will yield to it, you just need to free him, because you cannot win the battle.
Felony and all those things we are talking about. It's a pure political solution that we are going to court and come in every day. He can remain in court for how many years? Obafemi Awolowo was in court for 10 years or thereabout, was in jail. All those things are political things, and the only solution is political solution. And if the government is humble enough to attend to it politically, it will happen.
The government just need to become humble. Stop to the booga, carry anything. When other communities, or among the committee of state, when other people they come talk, no get swag, make no the that's what he said. You are hearing him? No, you're the booga, the one thing. Or for you, this is not something to do, to contend with these people in this new man's regime. Simon Ekpa no be Bobo Juice.
It will have its own percentage.
Okay, I was going to say that.
Yes.
It isn't as if you're saying.
No, it's going to have its own fundamental percentage. Okay. In the reduction of the security challenges in the southeast, because at that point in time, even the unknown government and the IPOB, now the question will now be, on what ground, on what rationale are you now talking about this type of violence?
Now, are you hearing it? Now, he said there is IPOB, there is unknown government. At least, even though he refused to recognize the Biafra Republic government in exile, he's been able to make a very valid point that there is unknown government, there's IPOB. That anyone that is coming to IPOB, that IPOB owns up because they have a leader. It's not a faceless organization. They are not terror group. So they have face, and whenever they do the one they do, they own it up, and they own it up because they know they have the legal backing to own it up. Because self-defense can never be swept under the carpet, can never be ridden by anything.
Grand, on what rationale are you now talking about this type of violence?
If the political elites in the East believe it will help them in their political ambitions, that if their son is calling for a separate country, the rest of the country might be forced to allow a president to be elected from the East. Because of that, they fell quiet and the thing grew and grew and grew. To the point that they themselves, and even IPOB, set up by Nnamdi Kanu himself, will no longer control it. You can always start something. You can't control the effect. When something like that happened in Yoruba land not long ago, the group came out and said they want separation from Nigeria. What did you see? The leaders in the Southwest, the Obas, the political elite, all of them said, no, you cannot do that. We will disown you. Within a few weeks, it melted down. Those boys did not say anything again. They disappeared into the thin air. But what do you think it is? For Hamilton people, the elders group, the people who are supposed to be regarded as the leaders and the elders, they every day they go to the government, they leave our son. He has not done anything. And I think I'm sorry to disagree with me on this aspect. When he said the government did wrong by not releasing him, this guy committed crime.
Okay, you are hearing him now. This is the country you find yourself. Some people say that they are even bigger than the law court. Some say they are wiser and more knowledgeable than even the judicial system. Some say that in fact they are the lecturer to their lecturers. These are the kind of human beings, the one that is making the call that this guy committed crime, and all the courts said otherwise. So is he now in charge of your court also? That is the kind of foolish people you see in a zoo.
Wrong by not releasing him. This guy committed crime. He launched a radio station, calling Nigeria all sort of names. He launched a military wing, committing crimes, killing people. Many people have died.
Now you see other allegation. Now why can't you now step up, since you know it and you have this passion, and come to these courts and say, no, you don't know what you're doing. See, this man committed this man committed this. Because people who are ignorant are always good at fronting themselves. Let us bypass him and see another moron.
They are hypocritical about their attitude to the subject matter, and that is what has caused all this. To the extent that
to the main subject matter, because this is not about IPOB. No. This is not about IPOB. It's about insecurity in the area. And where that is coming from, there are these linkages that you don't quite understand. For instance, in Weago, for example, their own version of if you want to put it that way, everybody has to come up with their own sort of, because you pointed out that they were able to say, don't come out. Oh ye hear this. Don't come out on certain days, and people complied. People, even though the governors were trying to persuade them, people complied. Now, and meanwhile, there are
them.
also kidnappers, robbers. You know, they sometimes, you know, are exported out of the area. So it becomes difficult because there seem to be quite a number of forces in there. The straightforward criminal forces.
Not
let me help you. Okay, let the Reverend Dominic come in, and then you come in. Good morning, Reverend Dominic.
Good morning, Chijore. Good morning, Tony.
We're looking at the security situation in the southeast.
Yes.
Now, you remember that when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was working on Mazi Simon Ekpa's program, where he showed that there were certain priests that was working with Ben Nnadi, where they were discussing on how to bully Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I just did that program last week, when they were discussing on how to buy Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they said they have concluded the arrangement. You remember some certain ministers. Now listen, you will hear something.
In the southeast.
Yes, it is quite interesting when you bring guests here. But to be frank, Tony, God bless you. Tony has spoken truth to power. But Chidiyori, let me answer George and answer to Nigerians. George is not fair to us. As a man called Joe Ibokwe, his house has been burned down in the east. Most of us do not go to the east because we do not support our job. Not because we don't support, we are different. No, we don't support the injustice they made to us. But this young man called in prison now,
now, are you hearing this is the Joe Ibokwe's people, cartel. Now, you remember, as the man told you that Ben Nnadi also, that you heard that leak audio about him, that they are going to buy Onyendu. He said it's with some, and this is a minister, Reverend Father also, now, or pastor, I don't know. These people, now you see the way he addressed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, we are Biafrans, and you know Ben Nnadi also is advocating for Biafra, but he don't want to be led by another person. The vision that yet he doesn't even have up to 1,000 people that believe in whatever nonsense he thinks he wants to do, and he till this 21st century don't know what leadership means.
In prison now, when he rose up, most of us, I will tell you what I told him on television. We told him how to go this way. You can't fight an elephant while you're an ant. That's another thing I don't want to say here.
Now, you remember, this man is a pastor. He is a minister of the gospel, supposedly. Now, you see how he's talking about Onyendu, who came to salvage. Then you remember that the Bible they are preaching, they were told that a certain group of people were sent to go and spy the land where they are supposed to take over, and that why this other first group of persons and second were discredited was because they never seized possibilities. They were good of never do well. They were people, hopeless people. They don't believe in impossibilities. They went and saw, we saw it was giant. Hey, it's not going to be possible. How can we be able to penetrate? This is what this man, and he classified his group, his people, as ants, and called the persons or the other group as elephant. So it is not possible for the ant to fight the elephant. So that is the way, that they are not going the way it ought to be gone. They did not take the way it ought to be taken. That Nnamdi Kanu doesn't know how to go about it. That he don't know. They told him the way to go about it. The same thing Ben Nnamdi was saying in one of his where he was interviewed, that Nnamdi Kanu don't know how to go about it. He don't know. Then you know how to go about it. Nnamdi Kanu have been captured, have been adopted for 3 years to 4 years now. What are you doing? Who knows you? Go and ask him, that tell him that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been captured for 3 years now. then what are you doing? What do you have? For 3 years you can't bring what you have on table. That thing you want him to go and do. That because these guys are haters. They are never do well. They are, when you hear that word, never do well, they are. Seeing only negativity, nothing positive will ever come from you. That's nothing, absolutely nothing. They can't be productive. They can't be positive. Since you say way to go, what is that way to go? The government told you that you can't talk Biafra, that the Nigerian unity is not negotiable. Every government comes to emphasize that. You should not be discussed at all. If you do, you are a terrorist. So what other way do you want to go about it? Maybe now, this time you're going to live on Iroko 3 and then start there with megaphone. That should be the way you want to go about it. Lovers of freedom, we don't need to listen to these people again because we've really spent very deep into the time and we've really crossed the limit we set. So thank you, and may Kikabema bless you, but do well to share this program. If this is your first time coming to join us, please make sure you click on the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and also click on that notification button will be like bell. Click there too, so that immediately we post video or come online, you'll see it and you join, you know about it. So drop your comments too accordingly. But importantly, don't forget that there are some kind of videos we can't share here. So join. I will be putting up a link, our Telegram link, that you need to join. If you join it within this week, maybe from Monday, I'll be pumping in different things that we can share here there. Thank you. I remain Akbanakbana Sokwo from Biafra Radical Freedom TV, and we will meet next. If you have not supported this cause, please do support, because nothing will work without support. No organization works without support. So have a wonderful day ahead.